now to our Hoxworth Donor of the Week. This is one of our favorite segments that we get to do each week. And Jackie Marshall, we bug you every week to let us know who's donating and why. And she's here with Jenny O'Connor. Jenny, you a donor?
Of course I am.
Yeah, so you're our donor of the week, and we just want to say thank you. But tell me why you donate.
I donate because before working at Hoxworth, was at transfusion services, and I saw the need for blood. So I saw how quickly 60 units could fly off the shelf to one patient, and I got to hear the stories about how they saved lives. So it was really impactful for me, and it's really easy to do. So
let's talk about that. What do you have to do to be a donor?
The whole donation process is you go in, you answer a few questions, get a little mini physical, and if you pass all that, you just sit in a chair for a couple minutes and have a needle stuck in your arm. I mean, it's a little prick in your arm, but after that, it's all over.
Yeah, you know, I joke it's the lazy way to volunteer because you can only do it once every 8 weeks, and then they, and it only takes like an hour. So, Jackie, tell us a little bit about what you do there. We know your role is kind of expanded.
Yeah, I'm the public information officer, so I like to say I get to do a lot of the fun stuff. So, on-camera stuff every now and then. I get to be out in the community, engaging with our blood donors from all around the tri-state area. I'm on social media, so if you see us on social media, I'm usually the one behind the scenes there, so I get the fun stuff, right? I get to engage with a lot of people.
But as you engage, you find out, that we have some amazing volunteers.
Oh, yes, yes.
And I know that you also have a little bit of a challenge in the summer months. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so typically in the summer, we kind of call it trauma season. And in the blood donation world, it's also seeing a low donor turnout. People are, doing vacations and not necessarily keeping blood donation top of mind. So we try to bring in fun ideas and different opportunities for people to donate, and because, like you said, it's the easy way to volunteer, but also you're making a tremendous impact on our community.
You're sweet. I actually said the lazy way to volunteer. You noticed the public relations person turns that around. Okay, let's talk about just a couple of those giveaways, because you do have some. They're not, you can't really give stuff away and motivate people. They're probably motivated on their own, but it's nice to say thank you. You have a Cincinnati Reds blood drive coming up now through June 23rd. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so this year we're actually giving away replica jerseys. So they're like, full replica jerseys. They say donor on the back. They're really legit, and they're super, super fun. So that's going through June 23rd. And then we also kicked off our Cincinnati Favorites Blood Drive Tour, too. So that's a fun one. If you can't make it into a donor center, those are on our mobile units all around the tri-state area. So coming to a neighborhood near you.
It is fun to have those things, and I love when I wear them, like, you'll have a Reds giveaway, and you go to a game, and people will be like, I donate. It's almost like there's a camaraderie, isn't there, when you donate?
Oh, there is. I've had people stop me when I've been across the country wearing a Hoxworth shirt, and they're like, you're from Cincinnati? So
there's always someone from Cincinnati, no matter where you go. Right. Did you ever notice that? Yeah. So are you a whole blood donor, or what is your product usually that you can give?
Yep, I can only give whole blood, so.
Only. We need that. And occasionally people will say, like, does my blood type matter? Do you know what type you are?
Oh, I'm A-pos.
Okay, I'm an A-pos too.
Hey,
what are you?
I'm O-pos.
We're all positive here. No, nobody's surprised that, like, those of us that are type A are type A. So, you joke that all types are welcome. Why is that?
Yes, I mean, we need all types all of the time. Doesn't matter what happens. Like, I call the blood supply like a roller coaster. One day we could be super good, and like what Jenny was saying, 60 units can fly off the shelf overnight. And that could be any type, any single type of blood. So typically we ask for O-pos and O-negative a lot. Right now we are in a critical need for those types. Those are used the most. However, we do take all types. So if you don't know your blood type, we will tell you your blood type when you come in and donate with us. But we will always accept all types.
So you mentioned 60 units. What would drive something like that for people who don't understand? What kind of things does, all of a sudden elevate a need?
If surgeries go wrong, or traumas a lot of the time. So car accidents, gunshot wound victims, they typically use a lot of blood products really quickly.
And sadly, we cover those stories, so we are seeing more of that as people are on the roads and as people are outside and whatnot. So you bring them in, and if you don't have that blood, what happens?
Yeah, so I mean, luckily we have a great nation and a network of blood banks that we can rely on, but there is a national shortage for blood donors and blood products. So really it's relying on the community to come in and give and constantly give. So I always try to say, if you give 1 time a year, turn that into 2 times a year and you're doubling your impact, and we will see a great impact from that.
Yeah, we say the same thing about viewers. If you watch once a week, if you could watch twice, we love that.
Right.
So just tell me then, can anyone be a donor? We have a phone number for you. What do I have to do?
Yeah, so if you're interested in donating, you can always sign up online or give us a call. If you have questions, that phone number is a great one to call. We'll answer all of your questions about it. And then, yeah, you come in and then you'll go through a mini physical. So we will go through all of those things and determine whether you're healthy and well enough to donate. And then, yeah, then go from there. It's only 10 minutes with a needle in your arm, so it's not as scary as it seems.
Yeah, it takes longer to fill out the paperwork. And by the way, when she says mini physical, it's not like you have to get naked or anything.
No,
They take your blood pressure. It is nice to get that information, though, because it tells you whether or not you can give. And they'll check your iron levels and a bunch of things that are really important. We have a link to all of your sites at what'shappeninginhealth.com. Those neighborhood sites, really convenient. And we really do just want to brag on you and say thanks for working in a field where we so need healthcare providers, but also for like walking the walk, you know. It just really makes us admire you even more.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here today.